Hello everyone, this is Bo again, here with another Bible review. This Bible I got on a trade. I was trading a box full, probably a box full of theology books and commentaries. And because this guy had this Bible that I wanted. And I had seen, I had seen Matthew Everhard's his review of this particular Bible, and I fell in love with his copy. So I said, I've got a ton of theology books, commentaries, and whatnot. I'm going to see if I can trade some of those and get one, and it just happened to work out like that. So this is a Cambridge ESV wide margin edition, and it is just great. There's only a couple of things that I'm not a huge fan of on this Bible. There's only a couple things, and they're minimal. I love this Bible, and I use this Bible nightly in my devotional. I use it almost daily, or not, at least when I do my devotional. So, and I love the classic look of the Cambridge. I just enjoy I like how it looks. It looks good. It just looks great. And really, I got a King James wide margin on a trade, and I was able to sell it to be able to buy a different Bible. But the grain on this black goatskin is a whole lot different than the grain on the goatskin for the King James. I don't know why that is, but I actually like this grain. It's different. It looks more natural. Anyway, and if you open it up, you'll see the goatskin leather cover printed there. But I believe this is a synthetic liner. I don't know why I'm having focusing issues. But I think this is a synthetic liner, and it feels slick, but it feels good. I mean, it's good. There's a couple of issues. You can see this corner. It's already starting to kind of come up, but like I said, I use this Bible a lot, and I still try to take really good care of it. I'm not like throwing it. I'm not throwing it in the. I'm not throwing it in the car, or I'm not tossing it around or anything, but it is used fairly often. Anyway, it's tabbed into the block. You can see it has that nice tab, which is so common amongst higher-end Bibles, and you have the perimeter stitching. And I guess my one major gripe is these ribbons. They're just not good. I mean, you already see these ribbons were actually in really good condition when I got it used. I got it used, so that doesn't help. But I mean, you see that they're bad. Now I flip and flop them around a good bit, but they are used. And let me open it up and kind of show you the layout. And it's really a great layout. Really great layout. We'll kind of get to. You can see how I take notes as well. You see some notes, some more notes. But it's I want to say maybe 1.5 inch margin around the outer side and the underneath, and then maybe a 1/2 inch margin to 3/4 up the gutter and over the top. And that's different when you get to new chapters. Let me see if I can find a new chapter. Let's see. Let's go to the start of John. Okay. At the start of a chapter, you have a little more room on the top and in the sides because you have the title. So you got a little more room for notes. So we can you can use it like that. But really, it's such a good Bible, such a good Bible. I can show you in the back, and that's really common throughout the whole Bible. You have the same amount of margin. It's an ESV text. It's got center column references, and the textual notes are excuse me. The textual notes are down here, but you'll have any overflow references that don't fit in the center column will be down in the right hand corner, as you can see. And you can kind of see I write down the date and the verses that I've gone through. So it's meant, I'm using this, it's meant to be an heirloom for my children or whoever would find it useful. So really, this is not so much a commentary. My notes are not so much a commentary on the text, as more of what I'm thinking about regarding the text as application and theology. So it's it's not I've got commentaries. I've got tons of commentaries, and it's more of a application for myself. But anyhow, it's just and you can see there's some texts that I've gone to and made tons of notes. But I've literally only had this Bible just a little while, and it's really it's got a long way to go before it's filled up. But anyway, we can get to the back, and there's actually a good bit of maps and useful indexes and whatnot. And you have like I said, you have line pages. You have a lot of line pages. But even before the line pages, you have where you can make your own index, which is really cool. At the top, you have the letters, so you can make your own index of what you found regarding, forgiveness. You write forgiveness, and then kind of leave yourself some space and write down the page number or the verse, and that way you can always go back to it, almost making your own concordance. And then you have your line pages. You have your map index, and you just have so much in this Bible. Now, in the maps, which I actually like, the maps are printed on the same kind of paper. Instead of the super glossy like most other maps are in these other Bibles, these are good maps printed on good paper, and there's actually a bunch of maps. And every time I flip, I'm not flipping each page, I'm flipping like 2 or 3 pages at a time. So you can see there are a bunch of maps. So, and then you have a bunch of blank pages at the end of it. So it's a lot of room. I mean, you can really make it your own, which I really love doing. And there's the information on the sticker, if I can get it to focus. There you go. And then on the back, it's the same thing. Just great construction. And the thing, like I said, the ESV goatskin that they use for the ESV is just so much different. It's the grain is different, and I think the flexibility was a little different. And I didn't do this with the few of the Bibles I've reviewed, but some of them I have. But you can see, I think it was Matthew Everhart that said this was called the eagle, because when you're preaching with it, which I don't know how you'd preach with this thing, but I guess several people do. I guess if you have a place to sit it down, it's just really heavy, and if you have to hold it the whole time, you might consider a smaller Bible to preach from. But yeah, it's a floppy, and it's just great construction. I would recommend, if you are a note taker, that's the way to go. And I use the ESV, so you want a note-taking Bible that you can make your own study Bible out of it, or just record your thoughts on passages. That's the way to go. It's really great Bible. Cambridge makes a really good product. I have several Cambridge Bibles, but this is my fave of the Cambridge, mainly because of the layout, but also the goatskin is just unique. It's not like the uniform grain of the Omega or the uniform grain that is on the King James Cambridge. It's just a different, and maybe mine's unique, but I would assume that they would use similar goat skins for the same for the same printings and production. So I would recommend this Bible over most. There are some other wide margins, most from like local church and church Bible publishers and Bearing Precious Seed, that you can get an affordable, well-built wide margin in a great cover. They're all King James. So I love King James, but I'm not an onlyist. I actually prefer ESV. So to get a really good ESV, you'd have to either go Cambridge or Allen, or Crossway. Crossway makes a wide margin in top grain, I believe. So, but I think this one's the best of all of them. If it weren't for the ribbons, that's kind of my big gripe. But it's great, and I know how to change ribbons, so I can do that myself. I just haven't yet. I'm gonna wait till these get just slap blow out before I do that. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments, and are you think of anything I missed or left out or could do better, please let me know. And take care. God bless.